Yep, I see you too. All right. All right. You gonna teach it or should I teach it? All right. Scram. Scram, kid. Thanks for your help. Welcome, everybody, to some chair yoga here at the Virtual Y. As you saw, I got my assistant Autumn. She's got a 3-day weekend, so she's helping me out. Um, yes, here we are. Had a great question. Someone emailed me yesterday asking, a couple questions about the chair yoga practice. And if there are such good questions, I figured I would share the responses. If you're tuning in to this frequently and have questions, you can email me at chanceconnected@gmail.com. Um, and yeah, her question was about, she had difficulty breathing through her nose. Is it okay to breathe through your mouth? And the answer is yes. Your body, every body is different. Some people have limitations. And the key to getting the most out of this practice is getting extra oxygen into your body, so taking deep breaths, and then also breathing all the way down into your belly to activate the vagus nerve. So we're working on the nervous system and really encouraging the body to repair and heal itself and let go of stuff. So, yep, if you can't, if breathing through your nose is challenging, even if you got allergies or a cold or something and you're stuffy, breathing through your mouth is definitely okay. Another question was sometimes I get dizzy when I'm taking these big breaths. Is that normal? Yes, absolutely. It's kind of the fun part, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't be careful, because I have definitely breathed so hard and not listened to the cues of my body and got so dizzy that I've fallen over, and that can be dangerous when you're on a chair, or if you're not aware of your surroundings and you fall onto something sharp or a candle or something like that. So definitely be reverent with these practices. Deep breathing is a powerful medicine, and it's easy to overdo. It's not really dangerous to get dizzy and maybe even reach an altered state or whatever. That happens frequently, but you do want to be mindful of if you were to fall. So the best way to, if you're doing deep breathing and you're exploring these edges of what happens if I keep going when I'm super dizzy, just lay on the floor. Then you can't really fall down. So that's and it can get kind of fun or very interesting what happens when you tinker with the chemistry of your body. So yeah, if you start feeling dizzy or like faint or whatever, ease off, adjust your breath so it's not so deep, because once again we don't want to fall off the chair. If you're on the ground, go for it. You can explore your edges, listen to your body, ride those sensations. I was saying, with practice, it's just like riding a wave. It's like surfing. You get these strong sensations where it's like, whoa, what's going on in my body? You can get big waves of energy or heat or tingles or whatever, and that's all pretty common. Um, and just be cautious not to fall. And if you start getting dizzy and you're in a position like on a chair or in a less than safe environment, don't breathe so deep. So you have all these options, but it's fun. It's good to explore your body, and it's totally normal to get a little lightheaded or get really lightheaded. So just be mindful of your body, be respectful of your body, and be reverent with this medicine. Take your time, observe what happens. Experiment, but experiment respectfully with your body. Hope that was helpful. Maybe people are like, I don't get lightheaded. I don't even know what you're talking about. Cool. Well, keep breathing deeply and just enjoy your body healing itself, because your body knows what to do. As long as you're breathing, you're increasing your rate of healing. Sweet. So let's start here. We'll get into the breath. Relax the shoulders. Sit up tall. And in and out through your nose deeply. Once again, if you can't breathe through your nose, in and out through your mouth deeply. Follow the breath all the way down to the belly. Let your belly expand. This uses the diaphragm. All the way out. Keep the spine long. Relax the shoulders. Notice how the tailbone is resting. Take any arch out of your back. In and out. Smooth from inhale to exhale. And exhale to inhale. We'll check in on our internal locks, the bandhas. The bandhas act as a pressure or a support for our spine and our internal organs. The first lock is the pelvic floor. Pull in on the pelvic floor or the root lock. This is like a Kegel lift. This is drawing in all the soft tissue of the bottom and pulling it up and into the pelvic cavity, lifting the pelvic floor. It might take a little practice getting familiar with these muscles. You're probably used to using these muscles in the bathroom or the bedroom. Breathe deeply. Pull up and in. And then release, letting go of the locks. Pressurize. Now, the next lock is the belly button lock or the Uddiyana Bandha. We pull the bandha, pull the belly button in toward the spine and scoop it upward like we're trying to suck our whole belly up and in. Now you notice it might be challenging and it might reveal where you've been holding tension, but these supports the pelvic floor from the bottom and the belly button in and up and supporting the whole relationship between the sacrum, the spine, the pelvis, all the abdominal organs, the heart, the diaphragm. It's all related. So when you draw up and in, you start to notice where are these spaces that I've forgotten about. So we're going to be using the bandhas and the breath. Every pose is another massage. It's every breath is a massage. Every time you use your bandhas, it's a massage for your internal world. And every pose is just going to help us direct where that massage is taking place in our body. Because the goal here is to unblock channels, veins, arteries, nerves. All this stuff has blockages in them from our sedentary lifestyle, our lifestyle where we don't use our body enough. So every breath, every pose is meant to squeeze and massage and remove blockage from our channels. So this practice is as much about letting go as it is about anything else. It's about letting go what's not serving us, both in our body and in our thoughts. If a thought arises that doesn't work, that doesn't serve us, that is familiar but maybe not even true, just let it go. Let it go, and it'll come back later if it's needed, if it's necessary. But we don't need too much thinking right now. We don't need our routine thoughts right now. So let's keep the breath going. Sitting up tall, we'll start shrugging the shoulders up on the inhales. And on the exhales, pull the shoulders down and back, relaxing, lengthening the neck. Inhales, the shoulders come up. Exhales, lower them down. Just take a few more, go slow, notice where there's tension. Notice where there's a little discomfort. If you find any pain, go slower. You don't want to find pain. Ease off. If you find a little discomfort, take your time there. Observe it. Watch how it transforms with the breath as it gets massaged, gently relieved, gently removed. Good. Now that we're working on the neck and shoulders, I want to take this dynamic movement from Qigong, dolphining of the neck, because when I sleep on my sides or something, I get a really sore neck from sleeping. So this is a nice practice to just get blood flowing, get energy flowing through these spaces that often get pretty big knots, pretty big blockage from the way that we use our body. So I'm going to lean to the side just so you can see the movement here. On the inhale, you're going to reach your chin forward and scoop it back like you're trying to trap a golf ball or something underneath your chin and your chest. And on your exhale, you're going to gently arch the back while still holding that chin down, kind of reaching from the top of your head away from the shoulders on your exhale. On your inhale, we reach and scoop. And exhale, we slightly lean the heart toward the sky while keeping that chin tucked. Inhales, we reach and scoop. Exhales, we shine the heart upward. Let's do this about 10 times. Go really slow. Pay attention to what is revealed in this pose. How much tension do you have, and where is it? Is it behind your ears? Is it on the sides of your neck, around your throat? Is it in your upper shoulders? Is it between your shoulder blades? Big breaths. Move slowly, don't strain anything. We want our body to let go, let its guard down, and release. And always notice where you can soften. What is being revealed. How every breath changes your inner world a little bit. And the more you pay attention, the more the internal world changes. Just a couple more here. Last one. Good. Take any organic movement. Keep breathing deeply. Maybe you want to tuck your chin down to your chest. And roll some half circles with the head. Rolling the right ear toward the right, left ear toward the left. What do you find? Good. Next, let's work. We'll take one more with the shoulders and the side body. Once again, everybody's body is different. So maybe this pose looks differently in you than it does in me. I'm going to raise the right hand high. We're going to bend the elbow, trying to bring that pinky side of the hand to in between the shoulder blades. Reach as best you can to that direction. Bring the left hand up and over to grab that right elbow. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Ground down through the right side of your seat. And lean the torso to the left. And push the back of your head into that forearm or elbow. And maybe you can't quite reach there, but make your best attempt to create this shape and breathe. You might notice a lot of pressure in your shoulders, in your neck, maybe in your ribs, maybe in your shoulder blades, maybe in the right side of your body. Maybe in your low back. We'll take 3 more breaths here. You want your breaths to be big and full. You want your bandhas to be engaged, at least for some part of the breath, to to observe how those internal locks change the shape of your lungs and your torso and your spine. Notice where there's any releasing, any draining, any sounds in the body, any numbness, any heat. This is all good. On your inhale, we're going to reach both arms wide. Notice any numbness, any tingling, any heat. Usually it's pretty noticeable, the work as it's taking place. And we want to appreciate these subtle movements of the body. We want to, all of these feelings are affirming that what we're doing is actually changing our physical body. So feel these really subtle and simple shifts in the body and appreciate them. This is really, with practice, becomes a magical practice that is hard to describe in words how beneficial and amazing it can become. So on your inhale, let's raise the left arm high, bend the left elbow. Aim to bring the pinky side of the left hand to in between the shoulder blades. We'll inhale, raise that right hand up to capture that left elbow. And press the back of your head into that forearm or the elbow. Ground down to the left side of the seat. And lean the torso to the right. Maybe this pose looks different in your body. That's okay. Do as best you can to reach where you can. And if you feel any type of stretch taking place, you're doing it right. If you feel any pain, ease off. We shouldn't feel any pain in this practice. Just a gentle, loving embrace of our discomfort. A little bit of discomfort is really good. A lot of discomfort, it's not going to help as much. So you don't need to push anything too hard. Just find that comfortable edge. Pay attention to the size of your breath. And those bandhas, those internal locks. Last breath here. And we'll reach both arms wide on our inhale. Notice that release. Notice that work you've done, how it's showing up in your body. Any snaps, crackles, and pops. Just releasing this physical embodiment of stress and tension. Opening our channels, allowing not just blood and stuff, but vitality to flow into all these spaces that have been blocked off or forgotten or neglected. Next, we're going to get into the length of the spine. So let's have our feet firmly planted on the ground. Take a deep breath, relax the shoulders away from the ears, find the length in that spine. On the next inhale, let's sweep the arms high, nice and slow. On your exhale, fold forward. Lean your heart toward your knees. Squishing my microphone. And tuck your chin, let your spine round. Next, we'll inhale, making our spine long and straight, and our chest parallel to the ground. This is like a halfway lift. Long spine on the inhale. And on the exhale, fold forward again, rounding the spine. On your next inhale, we're going to sweep the arms high, relaxing the shoulders, and bring hands to heart center. Gratitude for your body. Inhale, we'll sweep the arms high. Exhale, fold forward, rounding your spine. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Parallel the chest with the ground. Exhale, round the spine. Tuck the chin. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way high. Feel your spine stacking, reaching tall. And exhale, hands to heart center. Very good. You can take some shoulder shrugs, some organic movement, see what shifted. Let's get into the hips here. If you have a chair that doesn't have really tight armrests on it, or even if you do, just scoot up to the front edge of the chair. I'm going to bring the right leg out to the right. Have the knee right above the right ankle. You don't want your ankle over here, see the knee's not above it. You don't want your foot out here, your knee's not above it. You want your knee right above your ankle. So a right angle in the knee. And then you're going to straighten this leg out, the left leg out to the left as far as you can, while trying to keep the sole of the foot on the ground. Like I said, this might look different in your body. Maybe your feet are much closer together. Maybe your chair is limiting, how far apart your hips can be. But whenever you get into a pose similar to this, where your knee is above the ankle and you're tractioning, and this left leg is straight, and you're tractioning both feet towards each other. Whew, that's good. We'll reach both arms out to the sides, opening the chest, and place the chin right above the right shoulder. This is a modified Warrior II pose. Notice your tailbone, can you roll it under? Notice your low back, can you reach it longer and taller? And traction those feet into the ground to engage all those muscles in the thighs and hips. Take a couple deep breaths, use those bandhas. What do the lungs reveal in this pose? How do your shoulders feel? How's your chest feel? Your heart, your neck, your hips, your low back? This is a full body stretch. We'll take one more breath. And we'll move to extended side angle, bringing your right elbow to your right knee and reaching the left arm overhead and at an angle. So this angle of the left leg matches the angle of the left arm and my side body. And you can look up toward the upper hand. Take a couple deep breaths. What intersections are being vacated right now? Where do you feel stuff going on? And if you have any pain in this, just ease off it. You don't want pain in this practice. We'll come all the way back up. Ooh. And we'll take the second side. Left foot stacks right beneath the left knee. It's a nice right angle in the knee. And the right leg extends out to the right, planting the sole of the right foot onto the ground, straightening at that right knee, tractioning the feet towards each other. Roll the tailbone under, lengthen the low back, pulling vertically through the spine. Open the arms to both sides. Place the chin above that left shoulder. Reach up tall through the crown of the head. And take some big breaths, putting all of your awareness into wherever your body is giving you the most sensation. Notice where you can relax. Notice where you can lengthen and engage. Notice the size of your breath and those bandhas. One more big inhale. An extended side angle, bringing that left elbow toward the left knee, reaching that left hand long. Roll your chest open toward the sky, look up toward that upper hand. Use the bandhas. Deepen the breath. Just notice how your body responds. We don't ever need to find any pain, just observe the gentle discomfort and watch it transform with your breath and your attention. We'll come back up. Walk the feet in closer to each other. We'll work on the outer hip quickly here. Bring the right ankle and cross it over the left knee if available. Not everybody can do this, so don't worry if you can't. That is totally fine. You can work on a gentle cat-cow by arching your back on the inhales and hollowing out your chest on the exhales. If you can, cross this right leg over here. Sit up tall and notice, maybe you find some pressure on the outer right knee or right hip. To reduce that pressure on the outer right knee, you can push a little bit of pressure onto the right knee with the right hand to direct that stretch toward the hip. And we'll exhale, lowering our heart towards our shin. Keep a long, low back. Notice that stretch taking place in the hips, and breathe. The outer right hip is where we should be directing that pressure to. A long, low back is going to be really good here. Your inhale, come up. Uncross that leg. Second side. Cross the left ankle over the right knee. Sit up tall. Take your time with these joints. Some of these joints are very stiff. And we don't want to even stretch the joints. We want to stretch the muscles. So if you only feel intensity in the joints, ease up. Aim to find a longer low back. As you lower your heart toward your shin, keep that low back long and try to direct that stretch to the muscles of the outer left hip. Big breaths. Be patient with your body. Observe the tiny transformations, the tiny releases. On your inhale, come up. Bring both feet to the ground. Take the left hand, place it on the right knee. Place the right hand on the right side of the chair or around the back, toward the back of the chair. Keep the knees pointing forward. We're going to twist the spine by looking out over that right shoulder. Find length in the spine, deepen the breath. Every breath is the active part of this stretch. What kind of pressure do we find on the inhales? What kind of pressure do we release on the exhales? Last breath. Second side. Bring that right hand to the left knee, left hand to the left side of the chair, or bring it to the back of the chair if you can. Look over the left shoulder. Relax the shoulders away from the ears, ground down to the right side of the seat. Full breaths to massage the spine with the lungs. Where in your body feels this activity, use the bandhas, those internal locks. And come back to center. Bring the back of the hands to the knees, palms facing the sky. Let's just relax, taking about a minute of just deep breaths to notice where in our body feels like it's still working. Where in our body feels like it's still draining or releasing. Notice where we've started this chain reaction that is going to continue benefiting us for hours to come, maybe even longer. All we have to do is be aware of our breath and aware of our body. And that's yoga. Yoga means to unite, to join. And when you join your mind and body with the present moment, that's where we become powerful. Thanks for joining me today. Have an awesome weekend. If you got any questions, make sure to email me. If you were joining on Facebook today, leave a comment. Let me know how you like it or anything that you'd like to learn more about. Namaste. Thanks a lot.